What is time? What is time but a distraction that we are progressing through life and that we are making progress in our life? What is time but an obvious distraction that we can do better and be better and feel better in time? What is time but a way of convincing us that we are progressing in some way that will help us to be more spiritually free inside? Does time create peace? Does time even matter in a world where we eat time up? And yet we end up stuck with just more time to keep doing the same thing that we have to do to survive. Time is an illusion only because time keeps track of how long we have to stay alive in this reality. What happens after we die is there is no necessities for time. What is our progression in a place where time is no longer necessary? Time is a construct like a box that we live in that gives us something to pay attention to in order to measure the things that we do and the things that we do not do. Time helps us feel like we are doing things that will help us to learn and to grow and to keep up. We use time to measure our failures and our successes and our regrets and our joys and our miseries. The one thing people forget is that the body is the only thing that needs time, but the spirit is timeless. Time is a way of measuring the amount of work needed and the amount of distractions needed to relax from the work that will continue to be needed. Time is how we measure how selfless we are and how selfish we are depending on what we choose to do with earthly created time. We live in a world that if you were to remove time, what would that look like? If we live a life without time, what would happen to the world if we remove time from this reality? We as human beings need to measure everything in order to understand what we are doing with our existence, and to feel better when we feel like we are using our time for what is positive. The measurement of time can create a great amount of spiritual and physical anxiety because of what can happen to us in this life. If you take a person that's spending time on death row and they only have so much time, then how much more precious is time, and how much slower do they want time to go? I no longer measure time because I know that whatever time I have here on earth, that I no longer base my time on the time I have to relax and the time I have to work. I base my time on the fact that I am still measuring time, and time does not usually understand what I need before my time is up. We are wrestling with time every day, and we may hope to put our money in front of our time, so we can give ourselves more time to enjoy the time that we have. Time is the illusion that we need to feel better, and time can also be the reason we can measure our suffering.